It's to the mighty Waikato, just south of Auckland, that we travel this afternoon for another Pool A match, crucial Pool A match too, between New Zealand and Bangladesh, the city of Hamilton and Seddon Park, right in the part of this growing metropolis. Important that both these sides who have already qualified for quarterfinals maintain their momentum, don't drop their standards, and attack this match as if it was a playoff encounter. Sellout crowd, they say, again here, the second time in 4 days. Of course, it was sold out when India played, but of course, a different crowd today as Bangladesh Tigers are well supported, and the Black Caps, who have been on such a roll, that has seen them go to the top of the table, 5 from 5, with a healthy net run rate as well. They qualify top, and Bangladesh upsetting England, and now, of course, confirmed a place in the last 8 as well. Fantastic stuff. Sri Lanka and Australia in the middle at this point. Of course, if Bangladesh won today, they would go ahead of both of them. So that is their carrot for the day. Right, confirming the two sides then. Thanks very much, Simon. Bangladesh, of course, will be batting first. So Tamim, Kais, Saka, Mahmudullah, Shakib, Mushfiqur, Sabir, Nasir, Taijul, Rubel and Tuscan. And the one change for New Zealand, the one change they've made in the tournament, Mitchell McClenaghan comes in for the injured Adam Milne. Otherwise, situation normal, status quo. So umpires today, umpires Damasina and Kettleborough. And Tim Southey. The key here, will he get something out of this pitch? Will there be some movement in the air? Straight away in close to the body, and Bangladesh are underway.
A little evidence of swing there, just swinging into that leg stump. It's one of the challenges early for the swing bowlers, is just adjusting the line. Beautiful seam position, terrific seam position. Just getting their line to get absolutely right to the two left-handers, not to bowl too straight, to bowl into their pads so they can work you through the leg side.
Kai's less experienced of the two. Interesting, actually. Southey does bowl pretty well to left-handers. That'll be interesting to see, really, if Trent Boult gets the ball to swing to these left-handers. If he does, that'll make it really tough. Brendan McCullum will pack the slip cordon and they'll really go for it. So 2 slips at the moment. He's got a short cover in the form of Kane Williamson. Guptill it to backward point.
Well, the one advantage that Kais has is that he's very familiar at the top order, and he's very familiar with taking that responsibility if there is a bit of movement. He opens the batting in Test cricket, so his technique is clearly capable. Just the line a little straight again. So both openers off the mark. So Kai's technique is sound, so it will need to be sound, because it's certainly going to get a thorough examination in this first 10 overs by both Southey and Boult. They're both right up there amongst the leading wicket takers in this World Cup. So you can look at all the majority of the balls that are swinging into the left-handers. So Southey looking for that LBW or Boult early on. Number in that very full length as well. It's generally the line of attack for all good swing bowlers, isn't it, to left-hand batsmen with that new ball to swing it back in and try to trap them in front. James Anderson from England does it beautifully well. He's also got that one Anderson that goes across the left-hander. And Southey, looking at the evidence of that pitch map, has also got the one that pushes across towards the 2 slips in waiting.
Massive match this today for Bangladesh, really. And sometimes when you're the surprise element in a competition, you make it through to a stage that no one else expects you to do. Even though you might have harbouring thoughts yourself that you're going to make the playoffs, is that you don't fall off. You don't drop your standards. You don't say, we made it, we've got this far, and fall off. So I think today is a really important day for them to say, we've hit that standard, it cannot drop. And it's a good, safe start. 2 for none. So Bangladesh's record today, and they've beaten Afghanistan, of course. The match against Australia was abandoned because of poor weather in the Brisbane area. They lost to Sri Lanka. That was a bit of a hiding. Then they beat Scotland. They beat England. No one will ever forget that. And today, of course, is a big one as well. Left arm over from the members' end. He's an ICC ranking of 24, but he's bowled better than that, to be fair. I think he should be a little bit higher up the ladder, but we'll see when the pressure comes on. Best of 5 for 27.
Yeah, I think that ranking is prior to this World Cup, so after this World Cup he'll shuffle right up the order, you would think.
3 slips. That's what he's looking for. Plenty of that.
And McCullum not mucking about with the attacking field. Beautiful seam position away from the left-hander with 3 slips in place. Can nearly afford to put a gully in there as well if he's going to maintain that swing.
He will, Tom. If that continues to happen, he will go for it. Brendan McCullum. Won't be too far away. In fact, he's thinking about it right now as he goes across towards Boult. You want more help there? Do you want more?
Well, the things he's got to consider is, where is he going to get that extra fielder? Where is it coming from? And the options is possibly to bring the 3rd man in and put him into a catching position, or take another fielder from the leg side. There's 3 fielders on the leg side. There's a mid-on, there's a man in front of square and a fine leg. By the looks of it, the option he has taken is he's brought the 3rd man into that gully position.
And the interesting thing about that too, it's Tim Southee. He's brought Tim Southee in. Now, Tim Southee has made himself into a very good slip fielder, even when he's bowling with the new ball at the other end. So he's come up from 3rd man to 3rd slip. Williamson's gone into gully, and Guptill shoots across to basically a point position. So that's the cordon.
I'm going to argue against that field change. I reckon one should come from the leg side and keep 3rd man, because the ball's likely to go down that way. If he's bowling like this, he is not going to get a ball down to fine leg. But what he will do is nick it down to 3rd man, or slash it down to 3rd man. And this isn't an Aussie-New Zealand thing either.
I'd hate to think you're finding faults with this already. You're not happy with this line and length?
Oh no, it's wonderful bowling. I'm very excited. Don't worry about that. I've got another competition in mind. Yeah, I just think so often in this situation, and I can see why McCullum has kept the leg side field the same, because he doesn't want Boult to bowl too wide of off stump. So he wants him to continue to bowl a straight line, and he wants to give him the insurance, or the assurance that he's got that sort of backup with a fine leg and a square leg in position and a mid-on.
Two for none. This is an examination for Bangladesh. Time after time, an orthodox situation. They're being threatened here, the outside edge of the bat, and Southee gets one to go straight across there, looking for the swing perhaps back in Tamim.
It's the perfect opening attack, isn't it, really, when you've got a left armer that can swing it away from the left-handed batsman at good pace, and then you've got a right armer that's looking to swing it back in and target them in front of the stumps. Both complement each other. Both bowl in the high 130s, if not tipping over 140 from time to time.
Oh, ripper. Rip snorter. You talk about it. Jimmy Anderson will be happy with that one.
Well, a lot of left-handers can just fall over a little bit at the crease with the ball swinging in, and there's no surprise when you're bowling deliveries like that, you are going to tip over a little bit, but the tendency for a lot of left-hand batsmen is that they can just fall over that off stump, therefore it exposes that front pad. It's exactly what Tim Southey's looking for.
It's the follow-up ball itself and the problem. Oh, it's back and threatening off stump. This is a very good start.
Terrific backup delivery. Look, that's very well left too. Very well left indeed. A good stride forward to cover the line of the ball. So a good comeback from Tamim Iqbal. So we look at Tamim Iqbal's weak zone and sort of identifies as very much that middle and off line, and a lot of it can be with that ball coming back, which is exactly what Tim Southey's looking to target. Just try to wrap him on that front pad or catch the back pad. And as I touched on just earlier, it can be because the head just can fall over that offside a little bit, and he just loses sight of the line of the ball as it tracks in towards that front pad.
See, Brendan McCullum, this is an example of Brendan McCullum's captaincy. You think he'd be happy with what's happened already in the over, but he's made a big change here for Tamim on strike. Actually put an extra player out on the onside as if he was going to set Tamim up for a pull shot or a hook shot. Brought third man up. Tamim was able to counter the fuller delivery, but that's an illustration of McCullum. Won't rest for a second.
And it's excellent captaincy, because what he's actually doing, it's a double bluff. He's sowing the seed in the batsman's mind that possibly he's going to get attacked with a short pitch delivery. So then the batsman will hesitate in making a decent stride forward, and it exposes that LBW that we're talking about. So there's a little bit of a hesitation in coming forward, exposes that front pad. He's got his man.
Nice drive. Southey cuts it off. Very good over of bowling that, and they're doing well, Bangladesh, to hang in here, 3 for none. So New Zealand winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. And at the moment, it looks exactly the right decision. It's tough, really tough. Both Boult and Southey getting appreciable assistance from the atmosphere and a little bit from the pitch as well. It's hooping around in this cloud cover. You got your way.
Yeah, it looks like there's been an adjustment in the field, and maybe McCullum's got an earpiece in, because there is a third man now in place, and this is the reason why, is the movement that Boult's getting away from the left-hander is quite alarming. So what McCullum has done is taken the square leg out from the leg side, so there's only 2 in the leg side, which is the mid-on and fine leg, and put that square leg down to third man.
Let's talk about from a batting point of view, Tom. What are we hell-bent on survival here? When we're playing one-day cricket, we've still got to score runs. So how do we approach this with Bangladesh?
I think it's very simple. The first 10 overs is not so much survival, but it's just it's being smart, and that is being prepared to leave the ball where under normal circumstances in 50-over cricket you'd probably look to play it, to run it down to third man. But I think it's important to leave well here.
Didn't carry. It didn't carry through to Ross Taylor. Boult's not happy. It was a genuine edge. Anderson did the sprawling dive across. So it's a situation where both Anderson and Taylor and Ronke, the keeper, look at each other and say, are we in the right spot for a start? Are we too deep? That's a genuine edge, high on the bat. Just...
Well, it hasn't carried, has it? So they've got to ask the question, are they too deep? Just get back to your question about, you know, your approach to the batting group. I think in this situation you need to assess the conditions, be prepared to leave balls that you possibly would be looking to play under normal one-day situations, and be satisfied with a total of around, you know, a range between 30 to 40 in the first 10 overs, and not be too concerned about getting off to a flyer and taking advantage of the 10-over power play block. And in the same hand, it's important you don't sit on your hands and let the bowlers dictate, and that's a very good example from Tamim Iqbal then, by just using his feet a little bit to throw Trent Boult off that perfect length that he's bowling. So what you're doing is putting the pressure back on the bowling and saying, look, yeah, I respect the fact that it is swinging, but I may bat out of my crease, I may use my feet.
That's a terrific over. No result though, it's 3 for none. Interesting stat that I've just been handed. In the ICC World Cup 2015 in New Zealand, and this really does refer to the pace side of things, Tom, left arm pacers got 51 wickets at 17.84. This is New Zealand conditions. Left arm pacers 17.84, and right arm pace bowlers 144 wickets at 36.77.
Bolton Stark.
Yeah. I know. Thought you'd puzzled by it. Pulse question. Try this. A pulse question. Who is the most attacking captain in Cricket World Cup 2015? Clark, de Villiers, Dhoni and McCullum.
I'll tell you one thing, we've got some very good captains, haven't we? And they're all attacking in their own way.
Could debate that for a long time into the evening, I suppose. I think you'd go a long way to get a far more attacking one than Brendan McCullum from what I've seen, because the side has been playing well and it's easy to be an attacking captain when things are working for you.
Yeah, and there's conditions that suit the bowlers where, as we're experiencing today, that there's swing in the air. It's very easy to, as you say, sort of throw the field around and have an attacking field with 3 slips, or have that leg gully in position.
Doesn't carry either. Anderson does well to get across, so it's close.
In my view, the real test of an attacking captain is more in the middle overs, how clever they are to create opportunities in those middle overs. It's a lot easier being attacking with a new ball, and generally the conditions are in favour, and you've got your very best quick bowlers on at that stage. But it's in those middle overs from about 15 through to 40. To me, that's where a captain earns his stripes. If he's very clever the way he can manoeuvre his bowlers and his fields to create wicket opportunities, which helps you in the back end of the innings where generally teams go at 10 and over, they're the smart captains.
Well, again, it was the double bluff scenario. McCullum made an obvious ploy to bring third man up. He's put his 2 men he's allowed out are on the onside now, one in front of square just, and one at fairly whitish fine leg actually. He's got a deep leg gully set. So it's a field that suggests, or maybe suggests to the batsman, I might cop one shortly that I can play pull, or it's going to be short of a length because I've basically been asked to go forward so far in this innings. So he's thinking as Southey's coming in, is this the short one? Is it the one? Or is it the double bluff full? It's the full one, and he counters it well. 4 for none after 5.
Southee definitely targeting that full Yorker or full-length delivery to either go straight through the left-handed batsman or to strike them in front. We haven't seen him yet bowl one across the left-handers.
Tough going for Bangladesh at this stage. They're under siege here, and that's the reason why. It's been beautiful line and length from Southee and Boult.
If you look at Trent Boult's action, it's just so seamless, isn't it? From the point of his beginning of his run-up right through to the delivery. He is a genuine athlete, and it's silky smooth, very simple, and he generates great pace from, really starts from the beginning of his run-up, how he just continues through that crease. And correct me if I'm wrong, but over the last 12 months, it looks like he's put on a good yard or two.
You know, I think they both have. I think Shane Bond's been able to just find a yard or two in both of them, which has just added a bit more spice. Things just happen just a tad quicker for batsmen to have to counter with. And I think it's fair to say Mitch McClenaghan, who we're going to see today at some stage, has developed that as well. And Milne, of course, who's 150 plus. So it's quite a healthy and full stable that Bond's got to work with at the moment. But these two are his champions.
Slight adjustment of length. Kai's looking to use his feet and throw Trent Boult off his length, which he did, but Boult saw him come early and just whacked it in a lot shorter. Made it very difficult for him to counter punch. Change in field. Square leg goes back now. A fine leg up into the circle.
Oh my goodness, my goodness, what about the thinking there? And the way he was able to just absolutely exhibit the class. Wow.
Well, this ball to any left-handed batsman is going to cause some trouble. Perfect line, started on that middle stump line and just left very, very slightly and clipped the top of off. The perfect delivery from Trent Boult. Kai's has gone now. He's in there for 19 balls, scored the 2. It's 4 for 1.
A new player for Bangladesh is Samir Sakar, and I'll tell you what, he's come out at a very tough time. Another left-hander to face the music, and this is where you think about all sorts of things as a coach, a captain, as a strategist. 3 left-handers at the top of the order. You got 4 slips, a gully, and a bowler who's got it on an absolute string. Genius stuff, this.
So glad I'm not a left-hand batsman, because this is impossible to face. This is the delivery before. That is the perfect delivery. Full in length is the most important thing first up, and then just that late movement, which we've been seeing from Trent Boult. Very late movement, so hard to counter as a left-hand batsman, or any batsman for that matter.
Can't get a through, run out chance for Elliott. Oh boy, New Zealand are on fire here. It's so tough. So tough for Bangladesh. 6 overs gone, 4 for 1. Just when you think you've got a scoring opportunity, you hit one in front of the wicket, you say, let's go. And Elliott gets across and cuts it off.
Trying to negate the swing. Gets that away. Beautiful piece of timing. This time it's Tamim Iqbal.
Oh, he's waited a long time. Waited a long time for that one. And on the pads, probably the first opportunity Boult has offered the batsman. So they will not have the lowest power play score, Bangladesh. They've gone past 14 for 2 by Pakistan.
Full. That's nicely driven. Could be 4. McCullum tries hard in desperation, but no.
How good's that? Look at that run across this outfield. This value for shots, it's only about getting bat on ball. That's been the problem. Just a slight push.
Yeah, nothing to it. It was full. And it just bounced into the middle of the bat. Held the shot nicely. Way to the boundary. Oh, 4 more. Full and smashed down the ground. Perhaps not exactly where he wanted it, but good enough.
I like this. I like the attitude of the Bangladeshi batsman. Yes, they're up against it, but this is fearless cricket, and this is the type of cricket you need to play. They made a few changes to the team. Murtaza, this captain, not playing. They've qualified to play in a quarter-final, but yet the attitude you take forward, it's so crucial.
A little cross seam delivery from Tim Southey, one that goes away from the left-hander. There it is. You can see the scrambled seam, and that's what he does. He holds it seam up when he wants to swing the ball back into the left-handers or away from the right. And he bowls that scrambled seam delivery rather than an outswinger. It just moves away.
You'd have been pleasantly surprised. Is that the word with Tim, how Trent Boult's gone through his workload? Very effective in the middle overs.
Yeah, absolutely. I for one, 6 months ago, probably wouldn't have had him in the side. Clipped away. That'll be 4 more. Vittori won't get that. Races across the outfield. So just asking it to do a little too much on that occasion, Trent Boult.
Yeah, searching for that wicket, searching for the big one that hoops across. Previous delivery was left alone. It's trying to make that batsman play. Even the best, they make that mistake by looking for too much. He's actually up there with as the leading wicket taker, Trent Boult. Josh Davey of Scotland was on top of the pile. But 3 New Zealanders way up there, and even the form of Daniel Vittori.
He's got to continue to be patient there, I think, Russell. It's maybe could be a little tighter than that, but not too much. I think he needs to worry about getting too straight. Trent Boult and Josh Davey. 14 apiece. Morne Morkel, Tim Southey with 13. Daniel Vittori, the only spinner on the list. It's bowled beautifully, Vittori. Crucial times. Edge this time and through to Corey Anderson. So Bolt's got another.
Well, tighter you said. Slightly tighter he gets, and he finds the edge. He's been looking for that line. It's taken a while. Either it's been a foot outside off stump or on the pads from Boult. But if you get it on that off stump line, batsman has to play at it. One fell short, but this time straight to Corey Anderson. He's battled hard. Difficult conditions. Gone for 13, Iqbal. 27 for 2.
Mahmudullah is the new batsman, man of the match at the Adelaide Oval against England. Just, what are we going? 4 days ago.
Yeah, Tuesday, 3 days ago. First Bangladeshi batsman to score 100 in World Cup cricket. Mahmudullah Riyad. Look at the field. 2 slips, gully. Short extra cover. 2 catches on the leg side. Boult on a mission.
Oh, they've done their homework. But Martin Guptill was just a little too far to the right. Fingertip stuff.
I thought it was one that he should have taken. He generally does. Flying through the air. Should have taken that. I thought he got his hand or his palm just underneath the ball. He's there.
Yeah, did it surprise him a little?
Well, you never expect a plan to come together just like that. Probably thought it's just there to upset the batsman, and here comes the catch.
Oh dear, we'll have to bowl that one again.
Excites me when he picks up wickets, Dooley. He was my pick as the bowler to watch.
You're a good judge though, Russell. You always have been.
It's the only thing I'm close to getting right. That's why I'm excited. A lot of things wrong.
And just tight on that leg stump. But another wicket in the over for Trent Boult. 29 for 2 after 10.
Didn't concede a run till midway through the 4th over. And now gone for 13. Look at the 2 wickets on around that off stump. Been put away for 4s when he's got onto the pads. But yeah, he's been trying to get there a little too much outside off stump because it's been doing a lot. Too much to take the edge.
Oh, nicked and goal, put down. Put down, he gets a right-hander to bowl to. Finds the edge. Slips can't help there. Corey Anderson just blasted through the hands.
It was tentative. Out there, have a go. Did it swing on him? It looked like he had it covered and then didn't get there. Anyway, the bonus over was given and the chance did come New Zealand's way.
Oh, inside edge, past leg stump. Not a lot of luck in this over. It was a juicy full toss from Tim Southee though. 11 gone. 38 for 2.
As a batsman, you don't complain. And the ball's turning 45 degrees off the pitch. You take anything that comes your way. And Soumya Saka, watching him throughout the tournament, he has a specific role, and that's to try and pay a little bit of attention. Whatever the conditions, whatever the situation, to pay attention to that run rate.
Shakib Al Hassan, the captain for today. Mushfiqur Rahim, who was very good against England as well. Mahmudullah, he was excellent. They were all very good in that win for Bangladesh against England. It was a match that right from the time Owen Morgan decided to bowl first was a negative move from England on a flat wicket. A flat wicket at Adelaide. Going down. So worried about their batting ability that they gave the advantage away. This was the 103 against England. It's terrible. Get it off.
Valuable knock. Gave Bangladesh something to bowl at, though I still felt they were 20-30 runs short on that pitch.
Well, they would have been against a good side.
Ouch.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
But we got the best out here, though, as umpires. Richard Kettleborough from England. So he's a #1 ranked umpire. And his partner today, Kumar Dharmasena, the joint #1 in the rankings, the ICC ranking. So we got the best out here. The officials have been good right throughout this tournament. Of course, we've seen the odd mistake. A couple of balls ago, easy decision. Everyone makes mistakes. It's part and parcel of the game.
Yeah, and the rankings for the umpires are a good system too, I think. you say 1 and 2 out here. I think Rod Tucker is in the top 3 as well. Another very good umpire. Down to third man. Half a dozen all the way, is it? Just short.
No third man. And you bowl it up there. Soumya Sarkar is going after it. I'm impressed with the attitude. This is good stuff.
Yeah, it's width, isn't it? A lot of width. And if you get that on offer, you've got to go after it.
It got to be said, there's no third man. Brendan McCullum's got 3 slips, a gully. He's got a deep square leg. He's got to take a fielder off from somewhere, and that's third man.
So well played. He's taken off a roundabout middle and leg stump, so had to hit it. 12 gone, 44 for 2. Think about Mitchell McClenaghan, as you can see from those 66 wickets in 35 matches, a genuine wicket taker. First game in the cup for him. He might go for 4 first ball. Oh, Brendan McCullum, goodness me. He puts himself out there, but I don't know, sometimes the heart is in the mouth from a lot of New Zealand fans when he does this.
Well, doesn't seem too interested about his shoulder because he was in the air and landed heavily. Not a lot of pace by that shot. It was dug in. It seemed to sit up for Sarkar. There he goes, he's in the air. That's 4. So no reward for his hard work. What's he doing? Flying through the air, Brendan McCullum.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Brendan, just take it easy. But he can't. It's the sort of cricketer he is. So McClenaghan's got to back up the good work done at the start here. The dive. Just to have the courage to take off, knowing that you have to land hand first and get it back.
And I think he hurts his hand when he hits the board at the back there. Well, the blow he took during the Australia game, that's a bit of a concern too. I think he's recovered 100%. Oh, there was a single there.
He's just struggling a little bit there, McCullum. Oh, you're absolutely right, Russell, in the fact that it was when he hit the advertising hoardings that the problem has come. That's why it's sore. You can just see in the soft part, the fleshy part of the hand. Flanagan's down. It's been great attendances throughout this ICC World Cup. Get your tickets at www.cricketworldcup.com. Sold out today, full house. India against Zimbabwe. This is the Pool B clash in Auckland, Eden Park. 14th of March. There is a few tickets left. I can tell you that much. Not many. But there are a few tickets left. That will be 4 more. Good to watch.
He's out there to play his shots, but he's playing good shots. He's off to 30. Off 19 with 6 fours. It's not the conventional field we're used to, so there are gaps in the field. Good timing from Sarkar. Yeah, tomorrow's game that we just saw tickets being advertised for. Could be Brendan Taylor's last. It is. He's announced his retirement. 55 for 2.
Just have a look at that hand when it hits that there, the right hand. Straight away he's having a look at it. A little bit worried about what happened. Quite incredible dive. Hit the hoardings quite hard. Boult to continue his 7th.
Bangladesh themselves have done a bit of tinkering to their batting order. Mahmudullah Riyad used to bat in the lower middle order, but coming into this World Cup, a few changes have been made. I think considering the threat of the new balls from either end and how much easier it gets in the latter overs, Mushfiqur Rahim and Shakib Al Hassan have been held back for that reason. Mahmudullah Riyad's got a promotion. It's worked in his favour. He's gone on to score runs. You might think your best player needs to get out there, but if the team's getting results, just leave it alone. That's what you want. And it's working well for Bangladesh.
Oh, I know exactly how he feels, Mahmudullah. Interviews and the toss prior to. There's little insects out there today that are nasty. A lot of them around. Oh, through the gap. 4 more.
To be honest, he's not been convincing at all today. His feet haven't been working well. Throwing the bat at everything, couple of chances here and there. But hopefully now that he's got a start, he'll dig in. Because Sarkador, he's scoring faster. He looks a lot more comfortable out there.
Yeah, Trent Boult with this field has got to be very tight. They can't afford any width whatsoever, because it doesn't matter how wide it is, Mahmudullah can afford to just throw the bat at it. There's no third man, there's no cover, there's nothing there, so he's got to be very, very tight on those pads. And that's nice as well, pulled away. Chase for McClenaghan. Just wonder whether Trent Boult is having now to start thinking about bowling to his field rather than just bowling. And that's a bit of a problem. Classy, very classy indeed. 4 more.
Yeah, nice shot. Got his foot out there and just leant on it. So it's good to see he's quietly settling in. And once he got that through and you saw McCullum run past it, I'm pretty sure the New Zealanders would have been going, don't dive, don't dive. He gave it a good chase. It's just there that he gave up.
And again, 4 more. And this is the problem. Can't just bowl and think about what he's doing. He's getting slightly wide of off stump. It's too easy.
Well, I don't think it's the insects. Every time he plays a shot, he's just feeling his back, Mahmudullah Riyad. Of course, all you need is batters. There's no one in the deep, plenty of gaps. They got that run rate up to 5. They were struggling to get even a single a few overs ago.
That's excellent stuff from Bangladesh. It's good counter-attack. Positive batting. round the wicket. Oh, it'll go through as well. Might not make it to the boundary, this one. Anderson got enough on it to just be a couple. All of a sudden, Bangladesh looking very good. 72 for 2 after 14.
Gets it over, Mahmudullah. 100 for Bangladesh.
Significant after they were 2 for 27 and really battling against the swing and the seam. That's fantastic fight back. Didn't get all of this, Mahmudullah, at all. And Nathan McCullum, who's just come onto the field as a sub-fielder for Daniel Vettori, just for 1 over, was the man in the hot seat at deepish mid-on. Not deep enough. It's a good start to the over, a really good start to the over for Bangladesh. A 4 and a single, which puts all the pressure back on McClenaghan.
They now need to keep it rolling. Get to the 30th over, maybe scoring 5 runs and over. They've got to start projecting now. First 20 overs was probably survival. They've done well to get through that period with just the 2 wickets down. Now it's about trying to give your bowlers something to bowl at. It's been a while since Mitch McClenaghan got a game, over a month. New Zealand have been unchanged right through the World Cup. January 29th. Pulse result. We asked the question a while ago. Who is New Zealand's most important bowler? Trent Boult. Leading wicket taker in the tournament. He's got 15. He's up there on his own. You agree? Your thoughts on this, Smithy?
To be honest, I'd give it a 33 and a third % split. I think they're all very, very important in certain areas, certain times, certain conditions. I mean, you cannot say that Vettori hasn't been so effective in this tournament. With the surfaces he's bowled on, he's been incredibly effective and important. But having said that, you also say that, well, Boult and Southey are picking up early wickets, which of course they picked up today. Look, I would never ever underestimate the value of that man on screen. He'd never be a 24% bowler for mine, put it that way.
He's bowled the 2 short balls for the overs, hence fine leg is now in the circle and long off goes out. Oh, nicely played. Walked across the stumps. He bowled the short ball, so he knows he's got to pitch it up. Very good batting from Sarkar.
Oh, this is a gorgeous shot. Really is. Very clever. Never overhit at any stage. He knew the options were there for McClenaghan to have to go slightly fuller this time around. But it was a half volley. He just worked across into it and eased it away. It was such an easy looking shot.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot, Smithy. You got 1 vote. You cannot split it. Give me 1 name and why. Edge, fall short. No luck for McClenaghan. After 25, Bangladesh 106 for 2. Not so sure it was an edge. I think it was off the arm and hence it died. Yeah, there we go. It's off the elbow. It was McClenaghan, correction, was hitting the deck hard and the ball was just going through. So different bowlers, variety. That's what this New Zealand attack has. In the gap again, he'll come back for 2.
Big run, sir. One mate.
First ball back. Team Southie in this spell. Look at it. Look at it go off the wicket. So it's the skill of the bowler, it's the ability. That's what you expect. Use that seam at any stage of the game. First 50. Yeah, first 50. First time he gets to a half century, and what a quality knock.
Fantastic, really has been. What a day to do it too, on a big stage, an important occasion. Side really under the pump early on in the piece, and to come out with a quality innings. That is terrific knock from Sarkar, and the crowd, they're loving it, particularly the Bangladesh part of it. He's looked in control pretty much the whole time, and looked very, very positive.
Down the ground. He gets to 50, gets himself out. That's what Bangladesh didn't need. Soumya Sarkar is gone.
How often do you see it? Player reaches a milestone for the first time and something switches off. It's because they're not experienced. Something switches off and said, my job is maybe done. Instead of saying it's half done, I can't afford to get out now, I've got to build again. And it's Vettori that he picks on. He chose the wrong option. Daniel Vettori, so hard to get away, so often coming up trumps. Anderson takes the catch. It's a very good 51, but it's over too soon, 117 for 3.
Shakib Al Hasan, captain today. He's at the non-strikers end. But disappointing end to a wonderful knock from Soumya Sarkar. Could be tight. Direct hit. And I think he has his man.
I don't know. I don't know, actually. I think this is going to be very, very close. Direct hit always brings the fielding side into favour. Mahmudullah is, I'm not sure he's looking that disappointed about the whole deal, whether he thinks he's made it or not. Guptill, you picked the wrong man again here. Absolutely the wrong man to try and steal one off.
The indication generally is the field is square of the wicket, and they have charged in. They have the best view.
I think it's very, very close, this. Very close. Oh, he's fine. I think Mahmudullah knew it too. Absolutely.
And he gets to 50. With a risky single, but in the end, well judged. Continues from where he left off against England, Mahmudullah Riyad. Runs his bat in nicely. Yep, easy decision. For Nigel Long. And successful over comes to an end from Vettori. It's 118 for 3. Bangladesh need another partnership. 2 good men to do it out there. Third time he's gone past 50 in his last 3 games. Mahmudullah Riyad, 103 versus England, 62 versus Scotland in the game before. But New Zealand, they're going for the kill. It brought back Trent Boult and New Zealand voices in the comm box. Scott Styris and Simon Dool.
Thanks very much, Russell. Round the wicket for Trent Boult. Oh, just leaving the right-handed Mahmudullah. Daniel Vettori picking up the last wicket. Soumya Sarkar is looking to go a little bit squarer. Just seemed to squirt off the outside half of the bat. Corey Anderson, comfortable catch for him. Oh, nicely played. That'll be 4. Lovely timing, Scotty.
How good a shot is that? Not a genuine half volley by any stretch of the imagination. Just all timing. Yeah, it's a good illustration too of how good a batting wicket this now has become. Not a lot of protection out on the offside. Brendan McCullum, as he has done all tournament.
Leg side, oh, what's that come off? Thigh pad only, says Kumar Dharmasena. He's got trouble with the little flying insects now as well. Everybody's copping it today.
Bit of a loosener from Tim Southee. One thing I'll never understand, why would you go up and appeal if you're then not going to refer it and review it? So you're right, I think Dooley, maybe a Grant Elliott will need to come in because there's no six bowler as yet.
Well shot, a little bit of width, and you don't need a second invitation. That is caressed away on the offside.
Yeah, interesting field. Two men back on the leg side, but other than that, everybody's on the offside. So a bit of a bob each way. That's a good shot. Already illustrated how good he is at those horizontal bat shots. And Grant Elliott left sprawling.
Oh, cut again, powerful chance for McClenaghan to clean up. He does well, very well indeed.
It's exceptional fielding, isn't it? We've seen throughout this tournament how good these New Zealanders are. Mitchell McClenaghan is probably one of the least renowned fieldsmen in this side. And quite rightly applauded.
Batting power play to be taken. A couple of overs early by Bangladesh, so trying to force the hand a little bit of Brendan McCullum in this New Zealand side. Trent Boult has got through 9 overs. Tim Southee's got through 8 overs. So the leading bowlers, the senior bowlers in this New Zealand outfit, who have been very successful so far in the World Cup, have got 3 overs left between them of the last 17. Oh, swinging away over top of where first slip would have been.
A little bit of luck. Bangladesh have made their intentions very clear. Both mid-on and mid-off are up inside the ring. So a good option from Shakib.
Away this time through mid-wicket, not perfectly timed, so Vittori will haul it in. Oh, a little bit of a mix-up, but in the end just a couple.
Well, Shakib's decided that it's time to go. Power play not. That offside field, 2 men catching at a gully and a short point, and then a man a little bit deeper. There's also some cover on the deep point boundary.
Yeah, I just wonder whether Shakib's certainly shown his hand. He's going to be very aggressive during this batting power play. But I just wondered whether the reason they did take it was to force Brendan McCullum to have to bowl Tim Southee or Trent Boult, which would have given them some real leeway at the last 7, 8, 9 overs without any of the main threats coming back at them. So initially when they took it just a couple of overs early, I possibly didn't expect them to be quite as aggressive.
Well, with that in mind, do you bring them back?
No, I think Mitchell McClenaghan's got to come back from the other end for the power play. Need to leave Trent Boult with his 1 and Southey with 2. I've never thought that Trent Boult was a genuine death bowler just yet. So maybe he could bowl his last over. He's got 2 for 48. He's only got 1 to go. Tim Southey could save his 2 for the end.
Well, it's very hard to be critical of Brendan McCullum. His captaincy has been a revelation, I think, throughout this World Cup. May have been an opportunity to get through. Oh, what's happened there? Brendan McCullum did not pick that up at mid-off. It's almost landed on his boot.
Under normal circumstances, you'd say it was a half a chance. It's carried a long way towards mid-off. Hard to see on that angle, but have a look at this. It's carried. Oh, it's landed right beside where he would have been if he'd just walked in a little bit. Would have been just to his left boot, as Scotty Styrer said, to bowl that one again. And the fact that he's lost it, and looking at the background, is he looking on the bank? He's probably looking at the embankment just to the left of the sight screen as we look down the ground.
Well, it looked like the way he shaped up that it was going to be a cut shot, but then I think McCullum would have initially followed the shape of the batsman.
Little edge, yes, he's got it. Just the bottom end of the bat from Shakib Al Hasan. He's going to have a chat, but it was fairly clear. Got right on the bottom of the bat. He's disappointed because it was another wide one from Anderson, but they have done the job here. Corey Anderson's picked up the wicket.
A little bit of swing, but he'll be disappointed. That was there. All of the field on the offside, but he still tried to make like that leg side was his favourite area. And that's a big wicket in the end. Shakib Al Hasan, a good 23 off only 18 deliveries. It's 151 for 4.
Mushfiqur Rahim, the wicket-keeper batsman. Terrific player. Very talented. He's had a couple of good games in a row, has Mushfiqur Rahim with the bat. So Vittori, power play. Okay, I know hard to be overly critical, Scott, but not needed from Shakib Al Hasan. It was a poor option, a poor shot. 13 runs already from the first over of the batting power play.
Yeah, nothing kills your batting power play like losing a wicket in the first over. There's now got to be some sort of partnership to start up again. Can't lose another one. 5 down with 15 to go. Would be not catastrophic for Bangladesh, but the alarm bells would be ringing.
Well, they're in such a strong position. 151 for 3. 13 runs off the first over of the power play. You get another 15, 20. Take it for 30 and still have those wickets in hand heading towards the end. So from a player with such experience, I thought it was a poor option.
Yeah, if you think it from a batsman's perspective, they would have been communicating out in the middle, Mahmudullah and Shakib, and maybe they came up with a plan. And that plan was that he was going to be very aggressive.
Good shot, 6. Can't quite reach over the fence far enough to take the one-hander. Excellent sweep. 3/4 sweep. It's more of a angle bat. It was the arm ball, so good option.
With only 3 men out, you can't have them everywhere. And deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, with Vittori's 3 fieldsmen. So good, smart cricket, Mahmudullah. It's been a field change, though. A man's gone back into that region.
Best. In there, Best.
Oh, it's another good over for Bangladesh. 10 runs from that one. 161 for 4.
It's a beautiful day here in Hamilton. We had rain all day yesterday and the covers were on all day yesterday here at the ground, and they were only taken off early this morning, so conditions were good for bowling early on, and New Zealand took advantage of that with some couple of early strikes, but since then have been challenged by this exciting Bangladesh top order.
Last over in the batting power play. First 2 overs they picked up 23, but now into the last over and have only picked up a 7 more.
Mushriful is just having his troubles here getting the strike rotated. The pressure is being built on him. He's been out there for 14 deliveries now, and he's only managed the 3 runs, and he needs to get Mahmudullah back on strike somehow. He's given up. He's come dancing down the track, and this could well be close to being out. Oh, nearly a brilliant catch. The captain himself diving away one-handed, just short of it.
Vettori was the closer to the ball, but the angle he had to run was never going to get him there. McCullum from mid-off, running to his side. Again, flying through the air, the skipper. Oh, how good is he in the field. So exciting to watch.
Oh, nicely cut on this occasion. That will run away for 4. Lovely timing.
And he's created that. 8 dot balls in a row from Anderson to Mushfiqur. He took a chance. It came his way, and Anderson has now changed his length. And the length that Mushfiqur needed. That's quality batting.
.36 now in the batting power play, so they'll be well happy with that return. There's the 1 delivery left in it. Can be a dangerous little period, interesting enough, more so for the batting side than the bowling side, where wickets can fall. So a good over, 7 coming from it. It's 175 for 4.
End of the batting power play, just 37 runs. Partnership also now 24 of 25. 6 and over will not cut it for Bangladesh. It's more 8 to 10 and over from here.
Swept and swept hard. That'll be 4.
Backs the punch, Mushfiqur. Rarely does he disappoint Bangladeshi fans.
Edged and behind. That's caught. Ronke making no error.
Change in pace. Yeah, he's had the wood on Mushfiqur right through the batting power play. Just defeated him with the slower one. Big blow for Bangladesh. They needed Mushfiqur Rahim to bat through. It's gone for 15 off 25, and Bangladesh are now 182 for 5.
The new batsman at the crease, Shabir Rahman. 10 matches, but a healthy strike rate of 103. Best of 53 against Sri Lanka.
At the wrong time for Bangladesh. You just felt the pressure was building with all those dot balls against Mushfiqur Rahim. Good slow ball. Got a bit of extra bounce off the pitch too. Sneaker wasn't needed. Mushfiqur's head went straight down the moment he nicked it. You're looking forward to McCullum batting. Whatever he does, he seems to be very exciting.
He's playing fearlessly, isn't he? He really is going hard at the bowlers.
He's also very good company. Very calm. He seems to be in a great space with everything that's happening around him.
Yeah, very relaxed, and I think that reflects in this whole New Zealand side, his relaxed approach. He's very creative as a captain, which we've talked about. Dynamic as a player, and I think the men that surround McCullum enjoy playing for him. Nicely played for a single.
And he seems to trust every one of them around him, which is great. Different situations, different times, he'll have to count on different players. There's no doubt that he's got the right men around him. Talks a lot about enjoying the game. And I guess that's the key. Enjoy what you do. 184 for 5.
Well, he's jumped ship. Sorry, Dad. I'm supporting New Zealand. Hashtag England fan, I should say.
I know what he's thinking too. I think I'll be on the same boat as well if my heart didn't say that Sri Lanka should win. If that doesn't happen, the next team I think I'd like to see win this World Cup is New Zealand.
And that's given that you're living in Australia, so that's good of you.
Still very happy with my choice, even after your chirp.
Nicely flicked around the corner. They'll pick up a couple. As Russell Arnold's just checking his passport and his residency in Australia.
No doubt about the passport. It's been what it's been all my life. But yes, they've been good to watch, New Zealand, and like this brand of cricket they play. But it'll be tough. Australia will have a big say in deciding where that World Cup will go, but a lot of good teams.
Oh, wow. What a great shot. Short of a length and clubbed over backward square for 6.
He's having a wonderful time, Mahmudullah Riyad, since being promoted up the order. 100 against England and now up to 83. It's up to him to take control. Or the senior men back in the pavilion. Shabir can bat. No doubt about that. And then Nasir Hussain, he can bat. So there's plenty of batting to come. But you need one man controlling that innings.
Well, McClenaghan's had a mixed day with the ball. He's into the side and his first chance to really impress, and he had an expensive first over that went for 11, and he's come back now for his third spell.
So who's your second choice after Australia, Tom? What are you thinking about it? Oh, he's blushing. Or is your second choice out of the tournament?
I've always got a soft spot for Sri Lanka, you know that, having been involved with them. But I like the cricket, I agree with you, I like the cricket that New Zealand are playing. Playing an exciting brand of cricket. Some quality players amongst their team. A good over for Bangladesh, 9 coming from it, it's 193 for 5. Well, you just saw an interesting shot of a spectator, and he's obviously been raiding your luggage with the type of kit you get out in the evening, isn't it?
But how did he get all of that? He's the bloke who came for dinner with you yesterday.
Well, they do say that they've got a few of the laundry bags mixed up at the hotel, and obviously he's got your laundry this morning and decided he had no other choice but to wear your outfit.
Actually, I think he showed up for the batting power play. He's too late. Bangladesh did take the batting power play early. Yeah, look at the timeline at the bottom of your screen. It's to show the different faces in the game. And pink is for the batting power play.
Well, there's plenty of ICC volunteers around the grounds during this World Cup, and they're more than happy to spray down a few of the spectators with some
perfume.
Like mosquito guard, isn't it?
Or perfume.
Well, it's not perfume for mosquitoes, I don't think. But, there's obviously a real issue with... oh, there you go. There's a bit of love. There's a bit of love in the crowd too. I'll tell you what, if he has to go around and spray everyone at this ground, he's going to be busy. Oh, nicely hit down the ground. Didn't quite get the timing on it. And pick up a couple. Again, Brendan McCullum really setting a high standard himself in the field.
But there's a battle that'll be interesting later on. McCullum versus Rubel Hussain. McCullum's faced 10 balls and been dismissed 3 times. Now, wouldn't that excite Bangladeshi fans? That's a battle for later on in the day.
It's good over. Only 3 coming from it. It's 196 for 5. But plenty of Bangladesh supporters out there. We're going to have a change of bowling. Tim Southey is coming back into the attack. Bowled 8 overs for 31. Hasn't got a wicket yet. He'll be hunting for a wicket. Not only a change of bowling, we're going to have a change up here with Scott Storris and Ian Smith.
Thanks, Tom. A good performance this from Bangladesh. Partnership just starting to get going again. 14 of just 16 deliveries. New Zealand's premier bowler has been brought back. Well, that man Mahmudullah, 2 matches in a row, he's been outstanding. And often in tournaments like this, Smithy, you need a player in your side to stand up for the whole competition. And Mahmudullah seems to be that man for Bangladesh.
He's a quality player. I like about him, he accepts responsibility to do the job. It's glorious. And he'll run away for 4. Be hard to protect that boundary when you hit him that straight. 200 up for Bangladesh.
Well, even though this partnership is just beginning and starting to gain momentum, Brendan McCullum is still on the attack. It slips in. And so, when that's the case, it's an opportunity for Bangladesh to counter.
That's 4 more. Placement superb. Too much width there from Southey. And Sabir is very punishing. You saw him in Nelson finish off the game down there. He was superb.
Yeah, under pressure, the New Zealanders. That's a good shot. Deliberately hit up in the air and over point. Trent Boult, deep point himself. Came running around, but really it's hit too well for him to have a chance. I don't mind these tactics. We saw a little earlier, and we were talking about it when we were on air a little earlier, about Shakib and how aggressive he was. And Bangladesh looked like Mahmudullah is just going to bat through, and everybody plays around him.
Let's not forget, New Zealand have bowled every side out they've come up against so far. They're going to work very hard to do that today. 5 wickets in under 8 overs. Going to need some help because Bangladesh are just playing so well. And that'll be 4. Now that is frustrating. You think you've bowled the perfect Yorker and it costs you.
The batsman, he went back in the box, as they say, back onto his stumps, but that's a good delivery, a little bit of swing. And that's what happens when you start playing aggressively, show good intent. Good things happen. And we're talking about that partnership, it's now at 27 off just 21.
.13 from that Southey over, and after 43 it's 209 for 5. So Southey 4.89 is his economy rate. New Zealand bowling figures today a little bit mixed. Daniel Vettori consistent as always, 42 from his 10. Oh, that's a very good shot. Chips it up and over. McCullum will run it down, but again Mahmudullah looking for space and finding it.
I'm speculating that Mahmudullah will just play and the aggression would come from the other end, but that's a good shot. On the up, and off up in the ring. McCullum with the commitment as always.
You mentioned Brendan McCullum's tactics before. He just doesn't know any other way. He doesn't want to play cricket any other way than to go forward, which means attack. Whether you're batting, bowling, captaining, you go forward at the opposition, and he'll continue to do that. And, you know, right now he's thinking the best way to restrict the damage here is to get him out. I've got to get 5 wickets. Just short. Oh, awkward. Trent Boult out there, he's usually brilliant in the outfield, just lost all his balance there. May have slipped a wee bit. And that's 4 more.
Well, just for a minute, Trent Boult felt that was going to carry. And he thought that the catch was on, and in the end, when he realised it was very late, and I think you're right, Smithy. Just the slip right at the end.
Almost like you bailed out, thinking if I go forward into this, I'm in big trouble. Again, Mahmudullah finds the gap, goes into 93. Superb innings, 104 deliveries. Came in with his side and all sorts. Great maturity.
Well, back to your point about McCullum. There's a million different ways you can rotate your bowlers and make changes. And we've sat here and thought, has he bowled Trent Boult and Tim Southee out too early? But at the end of the day, he is aggressive, and it's worked all the way through this tournament. So there will be days where it doesn't work. So you can't fault him for that. You'd rather a captain who is aggressive and is looking to take wickets.
Oh, it's well bowled. And he won't stop doing it. It's a bit long in the tooth now to change. He's enjoying playing the game this way, so he'll keep going.
From New Zealand's perspective, you don't want him to stop doing it to change. It's been a revelation, I think, since he took over the job a couple of seasons ago now.
Swing and a miss from Sabir. 216 for 5. So let's look at what they're planning downstairs in the Bangladesh camp. 5 wickets in hand. So current run rate will get them to 245. With these two players at the crease, they'll want more than that. They'll be thinking closer to 264, maybe even a few more.
Well, it's not long ago that 8 runs per over showed 291. I think that's a score they're going to need. Talked enough already today about this being a pitch where the second half of the innings you do most of your damage. So I think with 5 wickets in hand, they'll be looking at upwards of 10 and over.
It's a single to go to 94. Mahmudullah, only one previous player for Bangladesh has made back-to-back hundreds. One-day international cricket. That's Shahriar Nafis. He's got 123 not out and then 105 not out back in October, November 2006 against Zimbabwe. So Mahmudullah, of course, that famous history-making 103 against England. Last time out in Adelaide, and he's on the verge again. Brilliant stuff.
What I like about that is if he can get there, it's 2 good hundreds against Western-style bowlers in Western conditions. Very foreign to what he's used to.
Oh, that's well hit. My goodness me. That is very well hit. McClanagan is coughing it off that short length today.
This Hamilton pitch doesn't have the pace and the bounce that some of the other wickets around the country do. So sometimes that short stuff can just sit up. Not a big boundary down there, 80 metres, but more than enough for a 6.
That's baseball, that, isn't it? Really. That's just right in the strike zone, and that's gone out of the park. And again, yes, it gets through. McClanagan loses all poise in his follow-through for the umpteenth time today. He's left sprawling on the pitch. And to add insult to injury, it beats Southee.
Well, the one halfway down is followed by a low full toss. This is a powerful shot. Tim Southee does his best. Shabir, 25 of just 15 deliveries.
Something serious to work on in this follow-through there. He must have fallen over 7 or 8 times while I've been watching. Not commentating, watching. And that, I mean, that just can't be right. So he's got some remedial work to do there. He stays on his feet there and whistles out the point. I mean, because if you're finishing on your nose and you're conscious of that, it must be affecting the way you're letting it go, surely. I mean, that just doesn't happen.
Can't give you anything. I've never seen it happen so many times.
Well, Boult did it once today, and I've seen him do it every now and then. Maybe it's a left arm round or left, I don't know, something to do with the left arm side of things, but to be fair, He's just fallen over so often today. It's just not right.
It's got to the point, it's a surprise if he does stay on his feet.
Here's a chance. Guptill hits. So backed up by Elliott in the deep. Brilliant batting. 13 from this over. Made it, I think, just. $14 from the over, pretty much risk-free. It's 230 for 5. Well, Brendan McCullum has not been in this street for a while, where he's got to look at his bowlers towards the end of an innings, and he has to now. So Boult, 1 over left, Southey 1 over left, and then where to?
Well, that's the thing. Do you think McCullum's miscalculated? He's got 3 overs to get through from McClenaghan. There's only 5 to go. I think Grant Elliott better start warming up, because he may well have the last over.
A little bit surprised he hasn't bowled Kane Williamson, but I suppose because he's been under the weather health-wise, he doesn't want to over-involve him in the game. And have a lot of batting to do, Williamson. But I thought he was, on this pitch, having seen the effect of spinners the other day, on this block, I thought Williamson was a viable option, but because of his health, perhaps not.
Well, I'd love to have seen Grant Elliott a little earlier too. And the reason is there was just a bit of swing. He can bowl reasonably gentle outswingers, but just to break it up, to give you these options at the back end.
Beautifully bowled, a slower Yorker. 96 Mahmudullah. This is going to land safely as well. In fact, this could run away for 4 more. It's such a short boundary. Too much width from Boult. And this is a gem of an innings from Sabir as well.
Well, the reason he's played this so well is he got the width. Slower ball this time, an off-cutter. And he deliberately went up and over. Nobody at third man.
There's a lot to like about Sabir. It really is. There's Boult falling over as well, so it's catchy, yeah. Sabir, he came out of Nelson, and it looked as if Scotland had Bangladesh on the ropes a wee bit, and they needed to find someone to come out and play Boult, and Sabir did that. He was just superb. Hit some wonderful shots, and he just didn't want to hold back. And today he's done exactly the same thing in different circumstances against a much more proficient and proven bowling attack. It's been great stuff. Here's Mahmudullah on 96.
Having Mahmudullah on 96 might just play into the hands of the New Zealanders. In the back of his mind, you'll know that he'll realise he's so close to another 100. Now, in normal circumstances, he'd be looking to throw the bat at the ball here. And we saw last night, didn't we, that AB de Villiers 99. And those last few runs can often be the hardest.
Just the one to end the Boult over. Still a good one, 8 from it. 238 for 5. Mahmudullah 97. .98. Never seen this before. It's amazing. Landings aren't too good, Scotty.
Was that turn running on the wicket?
No, it's falling on the wicket. It's a whole different thing.
Isn't it any warnings, I notice?
Oh, now this could be out. If a carry, no, Southee does a wonderful job trying to get to it. Commitment of fast bowlers in the outfield these days is quite something.
Sometimes those full tosses are the hardest to hit. But he's hit it so badly. Tim Southee on a short boundary wasn't able to get there.
What an effort. What a sprawling effort. Commitment. Gets it through Mahmudullah. They'll look for two here. They will get two. And Mahmudullah, he's done it again. Back-to-back World Cup hundreds. What a fantastic week he's had. He is a superstar of this World Cup.
Brilliant innings, Mahmudullah. Under extreme pressure. Both openers out early. But he's just continued from his form and his brilliant form in Adelaide against England just 4 days ago. And how fitting is it? It's through the offside. Such a favoured area for him. He's just caressed it. And his teammates, quite rightly, are over the moon.
Oh, it just so helps to galvanise a side when someone does this sort of thing. It really does. It shows you it's just a point where you just get, you want to jump out of your skin yourself, even if you're not involved. You just want to play well. You want to support it well. And that's brilliantly done again. It's in the form of his life. How about this for a list? He's the 7th player to go back-to-back in World Cup history. There's a fella by the name of Sangakkara. He's gone back-to-back-to-back-to-back. And then there's a Mark Waugh, a Rahul Dravid, a Syed Anwar, a Matthew Hayden and an A.B. de Villiers. Get on that list, son. Well done.
And he should be proud to be on that list. 2 terrific innings. Really was. How many have gone back-to-back in different countries, Smithy?
Yeah, well, that adds to it, and that adds to that as well. That's glorious. What an over. McClenaghan's copping it here in Bangladesh at 250 all of a sudden.
Well, we thought they'd be looking at 280, 290. Mahmudullah, now that he's at that 100, foot is well and truly to the floor, and he's in 5th gear. Shot that is.
He's just thrown everything at it. Look, he's gone down on his back knee and thrown his whole body through that shot. And McCullum, no, there's disappointment or amazement at this stage. And that's 4 more. Oh, Mitch McClenaghan, you want to forget that one in a hurry. 3 boundaries. Just 14, 16 from it. 254 for 5. Expensive stuff. Leading run scorers, the top 5, and Mahmudullah is now in the top 5. And he's got Shikadawan on his sights in this innings.
Well, hasn't that made the tournament? Mahmudullah at the top 5. You got Josh Davey from Scotland, who up until Trent Boult went past him today was the leading wicket taker. The players from the so-called lesser nations, and I don't mean any disrespect to Bangladesh there at all, have really stood up and made this tournament.
Indeed. Here's Grant Elliott. Who would have thought he'd be bowling the 48th over for New Zealand in a World Cup game? So this is foreign territory for New Zealand. They have been put under some severe pressure. Oh, and that adds to it. That's a magnificent strike. This partnership now 78 from 47.
And Sabir, he's responsible for 40 of those, just 22 deliveries. Down on one knee, just helping it on its way. Just 66 metres, shows how short that boundary is on that leg side.
McCullum's got to get it, and he does. Oh, that's That's a catch. A sprawling catch away to the left. Don't get him out of the game for too long. It had to happen. New Zealand were really under siege there.
That's brilliant. Low and to his left. And to make good ground too. Those sorts of deliveries just sort of slide away from you too. So well done. And that brilliant severe innings comes to an end. He's out for 40. It's 260 for 6.
Nasser Hussain is the new player, and he's going to push for 2, but he's best to leave Mahmudullah on strike. Average score here in Hamilton is 273. Bangladesh are odds on to beat that. That is some catch. That is not as easy as McCullum made it look.
Good bowler! TS, good TS!
Just looking at some of the body language got on New Zealand players, you'd know that as well as me, probably better. I just let me sat back here.
I think they'll be better for the run. There's been a lot of talk about New Zealand not having been put under pressure. Well, we're seeing that today. The match started off as if it was going to be another canter, but Bangladesh have been brilliant. And they're now, sitting back a little bit. They're waiting for the end of this innings. They've bowled their opposition out in every match so far. At this point, just 2 overs to go. I can't see Bangladesh losing the last 4.
Well, the thing that Bangladesh have got to admire too is they've got so many players in touch, in good form. Oh, that's gone. Might not go for 4. It's going to annoy about 3 fielders. And Williamson finally gets his hands on it. So 48 overs gone, 2 to go. 265 for 6. Last over for Southee. Southee's going to go around the wicket. These things they talk about that New Zealand haven't really had to explore because things have gone to plan, but going around the wicket and having 1, 2, 3 players on the deepest of boundaries on the onside, Vittori on the inside of it, fine leg.
This is the big thing, I think, with that extra man in the ring. He can't bowl with any width whatsoever, so he's telegraphing the line.
Oh, how about that? That's brilliant. That is a wonderful piece of invention.
That's a perfect example, isn't it? He knows that Southee can't bowl with width and he has to bowl straight. The only thing Tim Southee has in his back pocket is the ability to bowl a bouncer, maybe. But how good is that? Finesse.
Well, what he's done now, Southee, is put Vittori back at fine leg to try and cut that option down to 1. He had to bring Taylor up from backward square leg inside the circle to compensate. Brilliant bowling. Now then, feast your eyes on this, folks. This is Mahmudullah's second.
He got a life early. Corey Anderson a little bit slow to react. But since that moment, it's just been boundary after boundary. Brendan McCullum was attacking early. Favours the offside to the quick bowlers and the leg to the spinners. But it was a brilliant innings going at it. Better than a run of ball. And his form, his brilliant form from the other day in Adelaide continues.
Oh, it's just, he's been able to hit it all around the clock. That's the secret. There's some glorious shots through the covers. How to work the ball fine in the stumps on either side. It's an exquisite innings, really, in the circumstances. Azir Hussain picks up a single, so we've got 7 deliveries left, and I feel if Bangladesh can get through to 290, they can get 18 runs off these 7. That's something serious for New Zealand to mull over dinner.
I remember thinking back to the toss, and Brendan McCullum decided to bowl, and there was a boo in the crowd. Well, I'm not sure they'll be booing now. We've certainly got a game on. New Zealand going to have to play well to get this.
That's brilliant. Interesting as well. 49 overs gone. 1 to go. 272 for 6. Ask to bat first. Great result.
Good grunter, good grunter!
Well, I know that Mitchell McClenaghan's playing his first game of the tournament, Smithy, and I know also that some people have felt that New Zealand going into with the same side might backfire on them if they get an injury. And Mitchell McClenaghan's looked short of a gallop today.
It's wide. Yeah, I agree. You can bowl a zillion overs in the nets. I mean, there's no one around, and when you bowl a bad ball, it hits the net. And it doesn't cost you anything on the score sheet. And I just feel that was the gamble they took. And they're resting Milne. It's not to say Milne's got a real problem. Oh, that's 6. And a big one at that. Oh, a mighty heave. Mahmudullah again.
He got the length he was after. Right in the slot. Down on one knee again. It's a bit of a trademark. And look how big that is. 94 metres.
Well, just briefly getting back to your point, yeah, you're right, and it's exposed the problem for New Zealand. I mean, the fact that he's been falling over so often as well, I mean, he's just not in rhythm, he's not in match rhythm. So now, I suppose they've done the hard part, they've played the bulk of their games, so they can go back to it, but... Straight up, McCullum coming after it, he can't get it. Now, how far did it go? Brendan McCullum's looking at his hands with a bit of a laugh about the whole deal. It's 6. It did go the whole way.
I initially thought this went straight up in the air. It would be a simple catch. He got a lot more of it than I thought. McCullum comes running back. Be a bit careful. Stops just in time.
Oh, it's gone over the top. This will probably land safely again. No, Taylor. What a catch. What a beauty. Terrific effort, that.
New Zealand have caught well in the last 10 overs. First it was Brendan McCullum with an exceptional catch at mid-off, and this time running back, Ross Taylor. They are never easy. Tried to repeat the same shot, and it just sliced away over his shoulder. Kept his eye on the ball. Good work from Taylor.
Oh, it saved runs as well. That's the key to it. 287 for 7. And Hussain goes for 11. 1 ball to go, and it's Mahmudullah on strike. He hits it down the ground, and they'll just get the one, and Mahmudullah deserves to be not out. It's been his innings. Fantastic performance. He'll get congratulations from the New Zealand captain, who goes across to admire it. So he'll have mixed thoughts, Brendan McCullum, because his side have been taken apart a wee bit here this afternoon. 288 for 7 after 50 overs. And as many New Zealand players as can reach and have gone straight to Mahmudullah. Back-to-back hundreds, back-to-back World Cup hundreds in 2 countries to join an amazing list of great players over the years. Well done, son. Oh, we match hardened all right, because they have been served it up today. They got the early wickets of Tamim and Kais. And Saka 51, outstanding performance there to kickstart it with Mahmudullah. That was a good partnership. Then Shakib, captain today, 23 from 18. Sabir wonderfully struck 40 from 23. Nazir did his, but 11 from 7. All about Mahmudullah. 128 not out after 123. Brilliant stuff. And the bowling, well, there'll be some guys there with some head scratching to do. 2 for 56 for Boult, none for 51 for Southey, none for 68 for McClenaghan, playing his first game in the World Cup today, and he'll want to forget a lot of it. 1 for 42 for Tory, 2 for 43 Anderson, and 2 for 27 for Elliott. Grant Elliott bowling very late. Right, let's head downstairs to Simon Doull with one of the New Zealand bowlers, Tim Southey.
Yeah, Tim Southey alongside me. Tim, a tough chase, looks like ahead, 288 on the board for Bangladesh.
Yeah, I think they got through that initial period where it swung, and then they show once you get in, then you can score runs. We know it's a great ground to bat on with not very big boundaries, and hopefully it skids on later on under the lights.
Yeah, there was some swing and a little bit of seam early on, but not much went your guys' way, did it, early on?
No, another day we could have had 3 or 4 early, but they, as I say, they got through that initial period and they were able to capitalise on that through the middle. So yeah, hopefully our guys can get us off to a good start, and then shows once you get in, then the runs can come. Was it holding a little bit, or is it coming on quite nicely, the surface? I think when the ball got a little bit older, it tended to hold on the wicket a little bit more. But I guess that's the beauty of having guys in. They can adapt to the conditions as the innings goes on. Played here a lot, so it's not a tough chasing ground. It can be quite hard to defend at times, can't it? Yeah, it can be tough to defend, especially if you're not familiar with the ground and its small dimensions. So yeah, hopefully, as I say, we can get off to a great start and we can get a couple of guys to get in and really go big. All right, Tim. Good luck and thanks for joining us. Cheers, Dooley.
Yeah, Tim Southey can put his feet up now, but they'll be nervous in that New Zealand camp because this is their equation. 289 runs to win at 5.78 runs per over, and Bangladesh, if they field and bowl like they batted, they'll make it very, very tough.
Seddon Park in Hamilton. Sun is slowly disappearing. Pool A match, New Zealand up against Bangladesh at this wonderful cricket ground here in the heart of the Waikato district. Brilliant effort from Bangladesh batting first. New Zealand had them in trouble early on after electing to bowl first. They sent Bangladesh in, but it was all about Mahmudullah Riyad. Back-to-back hundreds in this World Cup, 128 today. Superb innings, full of great attacking play, stylish strokes, onside and offside. He had a life early on. It was Corey Anderson that put that one down, almost out very first ball as well, chipping one close to Martin Guptill. But from that point on, there's some real quality about his play, particularly severe on Mitchell McClenaghan. Cheeky at times, and back-to-back hundreds for this very talented Bangladesh batsman. Shots all around the ground. Sixes over backward square and one big one off Grant Elliott over a straightish mid-wicket. Scott Storris alongside me. It's a tough ask, Scott.
Yeah, it is. And there's been a bit of talk in the media leading into this match how Bangladesh won't be afraid to open with a spinner, and right on cue. Look at that, Shakib Al Hassan. We've seen him do this job earlier in the tournament, and Nelson, in fact, against Scotland, and he did it really well. New Zealand's 2 opening batsmen, Martin Guptill and, of course, Brendan McCullum, don't prefer to start their innings against the spinners. It's a good record, just under 37 per turn at bat. New Zealand's highest ever score in one-day cricket, 189 against England. And captain fantastic. He's been outstanding leading this team in the World Cup today. Feature of that, not so much the average, but the strike rate, 94.
Ten,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Kumar Damasina says play. Martin Guptill on strike. Lovely flight straight away. They'll be noisy, they'll be energetic in the field, will Bangladesh.
I'm interested to see how aggressive the New Zealanders are to the spinners. Just a little bit of turn, just sat in the wicket, didn't it?
Oh, yes, boy, yes, okay.
The match that I was talking about a little earlier, where he opened the bowling against Scotland, the Scottish top order just sat on him. We're pretty happy to let him bowl slowly. They didn't use their feet. Just wonder what New Zealand's tactics will be.
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, in this sort of size chase, Martin Guptill can't afford to let Brendan McCullum be the only aggressor. Weren't with us for the mid-innings show. If you weren't with us for the mid-innings show, Ian Smith did mention that on a fairly flat surface in Napier, Martin Guptill scored a half-century, but did take 25 overs to do it. All very well to have a look, see what Shakib Al Hassan is offering, see if there's any turn. No problem at all with that very early on.
He's got to remember his strengths, and that is down the ground. That's the best place to play Shakib. He's a little bit round arm, and he'll skid it on more than most spinners. A brilliant first over. Bangladesh starting well. 1 over gone, 0 for 0.
Tajul Islam is going to start up from our commentary box end. Another left arm orthodox spinner.
Well, I like this tactic. McCullum's been unbelievable against pace. So the best thing to do, take it all off 2 left arm spinners. And you know that Brendan McCullum won't be that defensive.
He's underway. Outside half of the bat, he'll pick up a couple. A little bit flatter. Straight away though, Scott, we are seeing just a hint of turn. Yeah, Brendan McCullum. Those stats at the bottom of your screen tell the tale. That's the World Cup stats for Brendan McCullum.
Well, you've got to credit Bangladesh and their scouting, don't you, for that. They didn't even try and hide the fact pre-match. I thought that was interesting, giving their tactics away. I guess it's one thing knowing it and the other playing it.
Yeah, that's too short. And McCullum onto that very, very quickly.
Good old-fashioned drag down. And whether McCullum is proficient against spin or quicks, doesn't matter. He's proficient with the horizontal bat shots, I know that.
Yeah, they did show their hand quite early in the week. As soon as they arrived in New Zealand, they were in the newspapers saying they're going to attack Brendan McCullum early on with spin. Look at it, and I think that's all very well from one end, but to bowl the same, the left arm orthodox from both ends, when you've got a brand new ball and you've got Rubal Hussain who's just come off a terrific spell to clinch the game against England. I'm in favour of saying, OK, I'm going to give you a couple of overs to see how you go, because the ball will swing a little bit. It'll come onto the bat. I'm going to give you an opportunity.
Yep, 1 run.
Well, Guptill's underway as well. 2 overs, safe without loss. 2 overs and 2 overs of left arm spin.
Well, just back to your point, Dooley. Rubel Hussain has had good success against Brendan McCullum. He's dismissed him 3 times in his career off only 10 deliveries in 4 innings for just 7 runs.
That's the way, Martin Guptill. Chance in the crowd. Goes big in. Lovely strike that, advancing down the wicket.
Well, we were just saying it's a strength. Nice and straight. Dragged it a little bit. But he's hit it so well. He's one of the most powerful strikers in New Zealand. It's always encouraging seeing him play this way.
Ball,
Flight. Good comeback from Shakib. And again, Martin Guptill. There's another 6 and another chance in the crowd. Down. Put down. He gets a right hand to it. Goes big in. Guptill's got 2 6s in the over. Yeah, you might shake your head. Throw your hands in the air. Poor.
Maybe dreaming of an opportunity. 79 metres. Does he get a good pump? Oh, no. Not enough practice, I think. Not enough practice.
What's the bloke in the green doing? Just get out of the way. You haven't got a shirt on. Get out of the way.
Wide on. David Rubel. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Oh, that's the way to silence. Hey, the guy in the green. Look, he's coming for the catch. He hasn't even got a shirt on. Short, punished. Oh, quality over from Martin Guptill. 16 from it, 24 without loss. See where the smash batterite's on? Put out all the lights. Batterite. Lights out. Flat and hard. He's hit that so hard, Martin Guptill, that he's made a mess of one of the advertising signs. Just watch the lights go out. There, gone. Lights out. There it is. So hard did Martin Guptill hit that ball, and it's crushed that series of lights. Powerful. And straight away it's brought about a change. The aggression from Guptill has brought about a change, and it's Rubel Hussain.
What's the best way to counter-attack? Now Bangladesh need to rethink that strategy. You would have to say that the strategy was brought into place probably for Brendan McCullum first and foremost, but Guptill's taken the pressure off.
Oh, it's excellent. Brilliant stuff from Guptill. McCullum straight away down the wicket. Charge. Rubel Hussain goes down to meet him.
Well, you know this is going to be fire against fire.
Excellent line and length, Scott. That's the area, isn't it, to Brendan McCullum. In at those ribs. Don't give him any room. 4 innings, 7 runs. It's just what you talked about last over. Scotty, 3 times out. And it's Rubel Hussain. He's got the measure of Brendan McCullum so far.
I think Rubel's skills are that he's a lot slipperier than you think. That there was 140. And it's often his short balls a good yard quicker. And it's on to you, and it hurries you up. And well, I think in that last match, I'm thinking back to the England game, His dismissal of Ian Bell just changed everything in that England run chase. And that came about by a good hard back of a length that flew through and took the edge.
Nice work from Guptill. There'll be a couple more. Mentioned in that first over that he needed to assist Brendan McCullum, take some of the pressure off. And he's done a great job. Have a look at the bat speed, 140 kilometres per hour. That was the pull shot from Shakib Al Hassan.
It was great footwork. He was back into position and he had that base of which to use the power that he's got. So it's a good sign from New Zealand that his feet are coming along.
He went through a run of form, Martin Guptill, that was second to none. Not only in this New Zealand side, but it was as good as many going around the world at the time. Going back 18 months to 2 years, everything just looked so good.
He's been working, hasn't he, with Martin Crowe, New Zealand's best cricketing brain with bat in terms of batting. And the whole purpose of that is to get those feet going, get a great base. And it's just coming along beautifully. This is a strong zone. Very good straight.
Well, has he got an inside edge on it? Must have. Must have got an inside edge on it. 27 without loss.
We are directly behind this, and this looks so good first up. I thought initially that he'd hit his leg. And maybe that was the doubt. The Bangladeshis thought that he'd hit the ball a little inside edge, but I'm not so sure.
The fact that he hit his own foot has led the umpire to believe. Oh, chance out. Yes, taken. McCullum gone. Excellent stuff from Shakib Al Hassan. Kept himself on. He's picked up the wicket.
A poor option, isn't it? Long on and long off the back. What that means is there's a lot of empty space in the outfield to be taking him on. Got to question the thinking. Good catch. Brave bowling too in Bangladesh. They've struck first. And it's the huge wicket. New Zealand skipper Brendan McCullum. He's out for 8. It's 27 for 1.
Kane Williamson is the new batsman. Shakib's picked up the wicket. He's underway straight away. Good bowling, good courage to keep himself on. He's the skipper today. And Brendan McCullum didn't seem like he tried to hit it too hard. I think the bat might have just slipped in the hand.
You know, the way his body shaped up, I thought maybe he's looking to go with extra cover. And because of the slowness of the wicket, it's not quite got onto him, so he's just... Oh, that's a good shot off the back foot. It's a quick outfielder and will run away for 4.
That is a high-class shot. Lovely timing, so quick again. Little press forward, then onto the back foot. All about the timing.
Yeah, have a look as he comes down. He's inside out, he's looking to go, but he realises straight away he's looking to go over extra cover, and it's just not quite there. It means that he drags it straighter than he would have liked.
Williamson's gone now. Slow nature of the wicket. Shakib Al Hassan has picked up two, the skipper for today.
It's big trouble now. Bangladesh on the front foot. New Zealand's premier batsman, Kane Williamson. Just a single to his name. Good catch from Tamim. And Bangladesh's best player, Shakib, stepping up in a crucial game. And the disappointment from Kane Williamson. But he's out for one. New Zealand, big trouble, 33 for 2.
Ross Taylor joins Martin Guptill in the middle. McCloy to open with spin. Has paid off straight away. Terrific record that. He's a player that is in need of a score. In need of some time at the crease in this tournament. Plenty of opportunity to do that exact thing today. Slip, leg slip, and a man under the helmet as well. Taylor advancing. 5 overs gone, 33 for 2.
A subtle change in the field here. Another fielder from the leg side coming across to the offside, coming into a short catching cover to Martin Guptill. In the air and over. That'll be 4. Beautifully struck by Guptill.
He has played some shots already, Martin Guptill, and this is a very good sign for the immediate future. If that's the kind of form he's getting himself into, that's glorious. He's at everything with force, confidence, played some glorious shots already. So if there's an upside, it's the two players that really do need to make a real contribution are out there now with plenty of time to do it.
Beautifully played. Guptill at his best off the back foot, just punching that through extra cover, and that'll run away for 4.
Always in form. He's found it. He's found that touch that he had in England a couple of years ago when he blitzed a one-day series single-handed. He played shots like this on a daily basis, and this is a surefire sign that he's finding the middle of the bat and striking it nicely. And what's more, he's finding gaps. He's finding space. The last 2 or 3 weeks he's been hitting that to a fielder. Gorgeous shot.
Or to cut it through the gap there for 4.
Well, it's not a big gap either, Tom, and that's what I mean about Guptill finding form, and most of that is about hitting space, and he's managed to bisect quite a narrow gap here. There's 2 players behind point on the offside, and that's just gorgeous placement. Really is. And the young bowler's just under a bit of threat here. New Zealand will know it's his debut. It's only a gap of around 15 metres.
Well, he's looking for the single for his 50, and he's going to make it comfortably. An excellent half-century from Martin Guptill. I'm sure he's going to take a deep breath. Knows that it's only halfway.
Well, that's a much bigger acknowledgement too. He was a little timid in Napier, but he knows that he's the main man today, and he's made a big step towards being that character. Beautifully worked, a good judge of a run. It was a drop and run situation. Taylor was waiting for it. He knew the significance of Guptill getting through to that 50 quickly, and that feels mighty good under that helmet.
Great shot in the background. The local crowd here supporting their team. There's a good sprinkling of Bangladesh supporters as well, but there's a sea of orange on that hill. Ross Taylor really does look rushed at the crease. That come onto him very quickly. Tuscan sort of hits those areas of 130 upwards pace-wise. He's not express, but he's lively. Ross Taylor just seems to be very rushed. edged away, and third man hasn't even seen that. It's taken forever to respond. So Guptill will pick up a comfortable 2.
Well, that's the third time I've seen that today. And honestly, we play a lot of cricket at this ground over the years. Commentated, played, watched, what have you. And I don't think I've seen this happen as often. And I'm at a loss to why players are losing the ball so much in the field. Well, they all play at big grounds with colourful backgrounds these days. And he just had no... Look at him down there. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Oh, lovely shot, and it's beaten mid-off as well, so that'll run away for 4 to finish the over. Excellent shot from Guptill. He moves to 56 at 73 for 2. Edgy but 4. The slip had come in for Ross Taylor, and it just left that opening behind point, which he takes full advantage of.
Yes, you're right, because we pointed out the 2 men behind point when Guptill was on strike. Well, this would have gone straight into the belly button of one of them. But because he's coming to slip, it's going to be no problem at all. So that's a good sign. Taylor breaks the shackles a wee bit with his first boundary.
Oh, beautifully pulled away. What a terrific